So I'm thinking about the treatment of men and women in society, and I've always been interested in this area, and I've made a documentary called Man, Woman, Myth, and that's on YouTube, and it's addressing various issues to do with the differing treatment between men and women in society. And what concerns me is how we are focused very much on equality between the sexes. We want men and women to be treated equally. But I'm thinking now that maybe we're kidding ourselves with that view, and that it is not possible to treat men and women equally, because men and women are fundamentally different, and primarily is because women manufacture people in their bellies. They actually create people with pregnancy, and so the position of women in society is fundamentally different to men. Men enable the creation of children, but they don't actually do the production. That is women's role. So what I'm thinking is that this fundamental truth means that we do need to treat women differently to men. And I suppose that is what's happening. We do treat women different to men. We even have the expression, for example, women and children to the lifeboats first. So we have a view that women matter more than men, and women need to be cared for more than men. And I think this seems to be true. So even though we have equality laws which say men and women should be equal, we do have a view that women are more important than men and need more protection than men, more support. So I'm wondering if this is correct. Should we be being realistic about how men and women are and understand that women do need more support, they do need more help from society, more than men? And maybe that's just a fundamental truth. And if women require more support, then they should be explicitly treated differently to men, because they operate differently to men in the world and require more support. And so if women require more support, then they should, I suppose, lose out in other areas of life where men should benefit as a result. So in other words, if men can do a certain role more reliably than women because they're not burdened with the production of children, men can be more useful in some areas. And so men should be treated differently to women, because men are different to women and they can do more things than women sometimes. There are other areas where men and women should be treated equally because what they can provide is the same. But there are other areas where men can provide more than women, and they are more reliable than women and do more, produce more. And so men should be treated differently in those regards. So I'm thinking that equality laws as they stand now are maybe not the right way we should be living. Maybe we should be more honest that men should be treated preferentially in some areas because they can do more and they can be relied upon more, and it's simply the way it is. But there are other areas where men and women do perform the same role, the same function, and can be relied upon in the same way. But where men do more than women, then they should be paid more than women. And that's simply the way it is, I would say. So I think we should revise the way we see men and women and revise equality laws to recognize the reality of what men and women can offer. And men and women are different and they should be treated differently. And this isn't bad, this isn't inequality, this is fairness.